Mm, Yeah. So hi everyone.
Yeah.
So but today my topic is probably for uh, profiles, roles, permission set along with the security settings, and if time permits, we'll cover again in more detail regarding lookup and master detail.
Okay.
So till now we have covered almost I can say around 20 to 30% of admin content and materials. Oh, so I'm going like topic by topic. So in Salesforce, uh, I think you have learned now how to create app, then how to create object, how to create custom fields, standard fields. Then we came to know about the various data type in Salesforce. Along with that, how to create a view as well, profile as well. So these are the like you can say like the initial job of Salesforce admin. Now going forward, probably by tomorrow, we are going to bit intermediate level topic where we'll cover about how to apply and write formula field, validation rules, workflow rules, then how to do email alert, task update, field update. Then we'll have the next phase, that is final phase of Salesforce advanced admin topics. There we will learn about the approval process, history process. Then we have report dashboards. Okay. So these are the goal of Salesforce. Anyway, these are contains already I have sent you via email. If you have seen in last week only, I have sent one detailed email which contains the topic wise descriptions and the time wise. So typically in Salesforce we have basically three goal: Salesforce initial admin, advanced admin, and then we have about advanced topic of the Salesforce admin. So now first thing here, what happened in cloud? You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, my daughter is shouting, so that's why I just muted myself.
No issue.
She's saying like it's completed.
No issue. No issue.
Yeah.
So now today the next topic is about Salesforce security settings. So how to apply more secure in Salesforce. So what happen? Sometimes we do have clients who will not allow us to open Salesforce from outside anywhere. That means even though it's a cloud-based computing application, but sometimes the client want to open it in their own zone, in their own network, not from outside that. So we all knowing the concept of VPN, right? So if I have a client, something like Sony X in Japan, and if I got a project for them, what they are saying that you should always make environment in such a restrictions, either IP based or something, so that Salesforce is going. I mean, the Salesforce is specific to Sony, Sony Japan. When you are entering into my IP zone, then only you can open it. Apart from that, not. So that means, see, in our case, we have like first of all, we should have the IP range of Sony Japan. Then we need to configure that IP into Salesforce. So that means logically, whenever any request is coming via that IP, then only Salesforce production is going to work for the particular client. If anything else come from outside, you will not be able to access the portal at all.
Okay.
See,
Is this feature, Ram, like is this feature paid, extra paid, or is it by default given by Salesforce to everyone?
it's by default given. There is no extra payment required, and it depends on client to
Okay.
client. If you ask me, in my
Okay.
case, I have worked till now with 8 different clients. Out of eight, almost six of them asked to restrict. Anyway,
Okay.
we as of now from last 18 years we haven't come a single scenario where any hacking happen. But sometimes if we have some like more secure data of clients, they will ask to make it restrict. So in our
Yeah.
Husky, they haven't asked to restrict. But before Husky, I worked with clients like Thames Water, Microsoft. So there they will ask you like to make it restrict.
Yeah, actually, sales based information, no, definitely we need to. Yes, yeah.
Yes, yes. So in that case, your requirement is once you get that kind of requirement from client, you need to ask multiple questions with them. So multiple questions contains. I have very good experience in it because I have used more than five different clients. I think five or six. So here the ask is once you get this kind of requirement, you need to capture IP range from the network team. So you need to contain the IP range from the client network team for that dedicated location. So in our case, suppose if we have Sony Japan, okay, for example, so I should
Okay.
get the IP range of Sony Japan. In case if they have some teams sitting in some other place instead of Japan, if they have somewhere in Hong Kong or China as well. So whatever the sub branch or some stream they have, we need to contain their IP range as well. Okay, along with their partner if they have, or if they have any something called we say as a community. So in simple language, you need to capture all the IP range from where they are using Salesforce system, because it's not like one client is going to use from one location, might be they have the branch in different places. Okay, so you need to ask all the IP ranges, and once you get the IP range, then you need to configure into the system. So how to configure it, that thing I'm going to show. So before configuring, make sure that you have taken all the requirement here. So in live case, in my case, what happened? I have one client called Honda, AHM, American Honda Motors. Okay, and they were based on Japan. So I was working on Bipro behalf. So they asked me to configure the IP ranges to make it more secure. So what I have done, I have taken the IP range of American Honda Motors of Japan and I configured it. Then in that case, Bipro environment as VPN and Japan, they were accessing without no issue. But later on, I came to know that they have three sub offices in US, UK, and somewhere in Hong Kong, and almost 400 users got affected, and this issue got escalated on Wipro. So in the weekend, I have done the deployment of the IP ranges from Monday when the business came. So I was able to access, Japan was able to access, but their three substream they were not able to open the system at all. Because why? It has the IP restrictions, right? So it became a huge escalation, and they have like raising something what we say as a high priority ticket, like service down completely. And I was in big trouble. I have again checked my IP address, so I match whatever the IP they have given to me, and then whatever I configured in the system. Both are quite fine. There is no difference, and everyone was calling me from management of my Wipro side, and of course the delivery head. Everyone sitting into my head like, what happened? What happened? Finally, what I have done, I've just removed the entire IP and again make it public. That time they all were able to access, but even though that's a temporary solution, not permanent. So once I came to know from the strong keyword, if you have noted on my previous topic, we have something called audit trail. So here I came to know once I launched it that they were logging out of IP range, due to which they were unable to log into Salesforce. That's why we say it's a strong keyword. Audit trail will give you the entire scenario. So after almost 2 or 3 hours, when I given the temporary solution by removing all the IP. I typed this keyword and then I came to know that oh, they have login with the different IP. Then I again set up a call with business. Then the issue happened from their side, like they have not make me aware that they have branches in other countries as well. Then thankfully we are safe. There is no penalty for us, and they realize their mistake. And then we have captured the IP of all four different ranges, and then have configured a system. Just a minute.
Yeah, Ram.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, Ram.
Okay. So how do you configure? Just open the profile.
Ram, are you presenting any screen like we are able to see only like Salesforce login page?
Yeah. I think I've shared my screen. I think so.
Yeah, but no, Ram, only Salesforce login page you are able to see.
Just a minute. Let me again cross check it in case I have some issue.
Even I thought like orally you're saying, yeah, now we are able to. Can you show us the IPTEL and the things which you have shown?
Oh, it's a bit mistake from my side. I think I by mistakenly I have clicked this one. Okay, so it become disable. So this all you have not seen. I've given the IP range here. I mean
No, not.
partner
So we thought like
community.
only you were saying, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. It's a mistake. I think by mistakenly I have clicked here. See, this is right. Stop screen. This is show screen.
Okay.
Okay, please, whenever you see this is okay, immediately prompt me going forward.
Yeah.
See, this all example I've given, right? IP range, Sony Japan, then sub
Yeah.
branch, partner, community. I was in impression that you guys are seeing my screen. Okay, no issue. So you got the importance of IP addresses, right? So in real case, I have faced it. So I can't forget in my entire life. That time, everyone sitting on my head and they asking about this, what happened, what something happened wrong. So finally, we came to know it's like a mistake from business side. So make very sure that you need to capture the entire IP range if they have in some branch. Now,
Okay.
first of all, I I'll pick up my profile. So one more thing here, important thing here, we need to apply the IP range specific to the profile. Okay, it's not like you apply one, it is going to work for everyone. So in Salesforce, the not limit, but the inbuilt feature is we need to apply the IP based on the profile. So anyway, if I apply the profile for system admin, it's applicable for the everyone by default. You can think in that way as well. But suppose if I apply the settings for profile called account approver or sales user, so typical any users. In my case, for sysadmin, if I check how many user I have, so currently I have total two as an active user. So whatever thing I'm going to do for this profile, this entire two user is going to affect immediately. But in case if a system admin, it is going to applicable for everyone for the entire system. Okay.
Yeah. Global setting, kind of global setting, right?
Yes, it's like a public.
Okay.
So here we have the inbuilt feature of applying IP ranges. See, here we have login IP range. So by default, the public IP range for the entire globe till now is, I think we all are knowing, the range is 0 0 0 0 2 299 dot 299 dot 299 dot 299. We are knowing, right? In IP, we have four classes: class A, class B, class C, class D. Then network A, network B, network C, network D. The typical term of
Okay.
that OS, right? So we have like four class of IP in the world till now. So the by default public, if you define this IP, it's like an entire globe of the IP over the nets. So no matter wherever you are, you're going to get it's a by default public IP. Okay. So in case in my case you have seen that I have given this IP range initially. Anyway, that's not required, but I have just given for my cause. Come on. See here. So it's 255, not 299. 255. It's like the default public clouds address. So till now, whatever we have inventions over the net, this is the entire range here. Okay. So now in our case, is specific to client, you need to get the start IP and the end IP. And sometimes it can be same IP. Start and in both are same. And in case if you have like multiple branches, you need to create three or four like this. So first enter the IP address of first location, their range here and here, then give their place name like something called Husky Canada. Click on save. In case if you have some more branch like Husky Japan, so you need to configure every IP one by one. But in certain cases, like suppose if we have IP range of this one, something called 192.191, okay, dot 105.108. So if this we have a IP of one particular of one particular location, if we have this IP, right? Now, if you got some more IP like these three are same, and then you have IP up 110, sorry, 110 or 120, then you can divide it in a range. Range means if we have all these three are the same class, means 192, 191, 105, but this is going to change. It's become like 192. Then you can define this range. You don't need to define 108, then 109, 110, 111, 111. Not like that. You just need to define the range. In this will be applicable if and only if these all three are same. If we have like three classes the same and different class four, something like particular range from 1 to 9 or 1 to 100. So this way we are going to configure in IP in Salesforce to make it more restrictions. So what happen once you apply this, now Salesforce will verify the login request. If any request is coming from these IP, then only it will allow you to log in. Otherwise, excuse me, it will prompt me error that unable to log in. Okay, that's the point one. That's a security one feature we have. And second security we have regarding login our base. So what happened, till now we can apply maximum two level of security features in Salesforce. One way is via IP restrictions that I have covered. Next is via time based restrictions. So if certain customer want that I want my customers to use my portal something from 9 a.m. IST, okay, 9 a.m. IST, something called 6 p.m. IST. So, if they want something called time based restrictions, so that we can do as well in our application. So, here again, the limit is if anyone trying to log in in Salesforce before 9 a.m., they will get the error message, even though they will be like authorized user, they have the valid credentials, but they will not be able to log into Salesforce. And if they in the similar case, if they want to access after 6 p.m., they will not be able to access. So typically in real life, we get the scenario for IP restrictions, not for the time wise. But in my case, I have one small client. Okay, it's not a small; it's a big, but we have a small module called FedEx, US based client, and for them, I have done these restrictions as well. I mean, the US timing they have given to us, so they want to make sure that even we are working on the US, like US shift kind of things. So they are like very like concerned about their payment portal, all those things. So that's the reason they have asked us to make it time based restriction. Okay, so it's similar to that IP range. We need to ask them they about the particular timings they want to restrict, and then we have this thing here, login hours. Just go and click on edit, and then you need to apply here Sunday, okay, Monday, Tuesday. So you can apply the settings for every day as well. It's not like one time for common. In case if the requirement is they want from Monday to Thursday so and so timing, Friday so and so timing, then you can do that as well. But here make sure the setting is going by default PDT, the US time zone. In case if you want to apply the login hours based on IST or any other local time zone, you need to raise a case with Salesforce. If you remember, we have one term previously also. By default, all the currency in Salesforce it is going to come in dollar. Am I right? But in case if you want to give the amount in rupees or in some other local currency. Here, local means non US. Whenever I use the term local, it means non US. So, if you remember, I told there as well, if you want to enable some local currency, you need to raise a case with Salesforce to allow the feature of multi currency environment. Then only you will be able to enter your rupees. In similar way, if you want to apply the login hour base with non-US time, you need to raise a case with them, and once they will allow this feature, then you can make it restrict with the IST or any local time zones for the non-US customers. So I hope with this, these both features are clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, I have one question here. So like you as you said, like we need to raise case. Is it like specific like for rupees again and for any like Canadian dollar something like that and UK pounds? So like each for each like currency we need to raise or it will be like whole we get.
very good question you ask. It's like a one time. What happened by default? System are designed in such a way it will take the default US. Okay, so once you apply that allow for multi currency, okay, allow for multi time pickup. So once they pick up that settings, it's not like limited to just IST or something like just for the UK. Once they allow multi currency environment, then you can use any kind of currency. In the same way, once they allow multi time zone, you can applicable any time zone. It's not like some country based system they have. So by default they have US. In similar case, right? Typically, I guess in MS Word, in MS Office, we all have noticed if something we write is spellings, so it is always going to check the grammar check of the US, not for the British. A very common example I can say, you see, which I have across come through many times. I think same for you guys as well. The spelling of color is this one, right? For the
US.
US, but for UK, I mean this is a British one, color. So typically,
Yeah.
in like India, in India, in our childhood, I have learned this spelling for the color. But when once I entered to IT industry, especially in MS Word, I have seen every time this one. See, this throw the error. You can see live, right?
Yeah.
So there is no mistake here. But what happens since MS Office has been developed by Microsoft based on US region, they have preferred this one, not this one. So there is no mistake in this also. If you do just click on add to dictionary, they are going to take it. So in
I
similar,
think like your word client is configured as US English RAM. Maybe like if you change to UK English, then it will. shows color as ULOUR.
Okay,
There is
here.
no
Acha, here, okay. So maybe that thing I have never tried. But even though for MS Office I have installed in my personal laptop and I have given my time zone to IST, everything there. But even though I got this issue, that's the reason I am correlating. But in Salesforce, yes, we do have by default, and you need to raise a case with them. And they what they will do in backend they have feature called multi currency, multi currency and multi time zone. You can do Google as well. So they just need to enable for your org.
okay.
What happen once we have purchased the product from Salesforce? So typically you purchase, if you remember, like 3 to 4 sandbox we purchase and one production we have purchased. So what they will do for every org there will be ID. So especially for production there will be one unique ID. So Salesforce will remember us via that ID. So what they will do, they will apply this feature for this particular ID, the accounting ID. Okay.
I think, is
So
it free or like, do they charge anything for enabling this setting?
no, it's free. It's free. It's free.
Okay.
They will charge
Then
only. They
yeah,
will
sorry to interrupt.
charge. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like why specifically like we need to raise a case with them? Like if it is free, then they can by default give us, right?
Yeah, it's you can think here something like inbuilt feature. So by default, they have like they have make or they have bound us to go for the US currency or the US time zone. Okay, that's a difference number one. Difference number two is like by default they will not they haven't enabled that feature that it will take your local time zone. So they have one like separate topic for that, that raise a case. So here we have one term here like customer contact support. So they are not going to charge you, but yes, you need to raise a case with them initially, then they will enable it. So like logically, the difference what happened, right? Something like they have not bounded, but as a default thing, they have given the US time zone and US IP address, and of course the US that dollar amount.
Okay.
This is what I have came through. I have worked along with 6 clients, and everywhere I have seen the default as the US time zone. Okay, and the US
Yeah.
the dollar amount initially. But once you enable that, even I got these questions in my certification exam as well. That by default, which currency we have, which time zone we have.
Hi Ram, good morning. Quick question.
Yeah, sure. Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, it's so this IP address and login hours only for the specific profiles, right?
Specific client, not profile.
Okay,
But yes, you
for
are
the
right.
each client we can.
You are right.
Yeah.
Yes, your question is right. It can be specific to profile as well. What happened? I have a client, okay, which they don't want me to apply the IP or hour for all the Salesforce user. In case if they have team just like 10 members, 20 members outside something like remote area. Suppose I have a team in Hyderabad, that's fine. But I have a team of 20 members who are sitting in Vizag. So in Vizag, I want them to restrict with the VPN. So yes, you're right. You can apply the IP based on profile as well. So what happened here in my case, I have shown you for admin. That's common to everyone, right? So if I have some other profile, let me go back. See account reviewer. So if I apply in settings here, so all the users who belong to this profile, only they are going to affect it, not everyone. Oh God. Okay, Shiva. So the answer to your query is yes. You can apply to your specific profile level as well. So if I apply the IP and time zone for this profile, then all the users who belong to this profile only they will be affected. But yes, in reverse case, if anything I'm going to apply for system admin, it's going to applicable for everyone. So the highest priority is system admin. If I do there, it's going to apply for everyone. But if I have some requirement to profile wise, something called account head, sales head, EMEA region, APAC region, then you apply to that a specific profile, then all the users who belong to that profile, only they are going to affect, not everyone. Clear, guys?
Okay,
Any
so
more?
if it,
Hmm.
got it. Yeah, if it is client wise, how can we select? Can you show? Actually, I misread, right? So
No issue, no issue. It's common for everyone. So no matter which profile you are, just come to down. You'll get option here to see here. Login hours and login IP. So click on new and click on start IP and the end IP. So it can be so here you need to enter
okay,
your IP address. So here might can be a case they have only one IP.
okay,
So in that case, if they have only one IP, something called 13.12.23.45. So you'll come to know if they have only single IP, you need to copy both in both same places. It will be start IP, it will be the end IP. In my case, I have come through some scenario where they have only one IP range, not a range, they have only one specific IP. You need to define same thing in start and same thing in end. And somewhere if they have these three as common, but if they have range from 45 to 90, what you can do, just make it 90. You know it to a specific writing every time 45, that 46 or 47 or 48. No, that will be applicable if they have all three as the same, and here if they have range, you can define the range. Now if we define this, for example, I will give like Panasonic Japan IP. I click on save. What happened here? Yeah, this IP is not valid, so I need to write in some specific format here. 183 something 34 56 or 78. Anyway, this data are going to get from the network team. Better I'll copy this one, which example they have given to me. You remember, right? In IP we have that class
yeah,
A, class B, class C, class D. So we need to enter in that format.
yeah,
I'm like sorry.
yeah.
Like
The
if you
class
see
A should be
like,
3 digits. Yeah,
Yes, man, just a minute. So now I have given the
yeah,
IP in a acceptable format. I got this IP 183, okay, 70, 140. So for this profile, I think I'm in the account reviewer. Yes. So if I make it so any users who belong to this profile, they need to log in their request via this time zone. Then only they will be able to access. Otherwise, they'll get the options like unable to log in due to IP based restrictions. Yes, Suman, go ahead now.
if we are setting this single IP, will it make us to log in from the system which you are using now?
Yes, it will make yes. Then tell me how. Now you should tell me how. I think I've given enough hint to you. Tell me. If I apply this IP here, and of course I have applied, but even though I'm able to log in here, I not got any prompt message. How it's happening? Good question, Suman.
Actually, yeah, that's my doubt because like we are setting only one IP and now we are logging. So if we log out and try to log in, so will it work? So this is my question actually.
So immediately, if you have given your IP based restrictions, and once you hit in the refresh, okay, and if you are not in particular IP range, you will get the logout option immediately.
Okay.
For IP range, what happens? Suppose if I have configured a IP for my client and I'm already login, but if I have configured the client for the IP, and if I have login from outside that IP, I mean from the my public, I mean from the flat or some outside. So once I
Yeah.
configured, Once I do the refresh, immediately I will get the automatically logout options. There is no any point at all. In the same way, if you have applied the time-based restrictions from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., so suppose now you are at 5:45 and you are doing some works. Once it becomes 6 o'clock, system will not prompt you to save your document. It will automatically logged out. There is no alert message at all. So you need to be like
Okay.
stochastics. It's like a security. Even though last time I have raised a case with Salesforce that why can't we get some alert before 15 minutes that hey, your your org has been make restricted to this and this environment. So just save your document. So what happened now, especially in time based, that also have seen if you have log out for 6 o'clock. So once it become like 6 o'clock, immediately you got a pop up, save or not. Okay, and within 30 seconds you need to take a decision. If you click on save, your task is going to save, otherwise you are going to lose everything. There is no second chance there. Okay,
Okay. Like,
now
Ram,
here,
like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, carry on.
so
I'll
here,
ask you that.
no issue. So here I have given a IP range, but I am not logging to that IP, but even though I haven't got the logout options. Any reason why? That why I have not got this option, or why even though I'm able to log in here? Any wild guess?
System admin, I think
Correct, fully right.
your system admin.
Because my profile is system admin, not account reviewer. That is point one. And point two is for system admin profile, I have given the public, I have given the public default IP which we have in the entire globe from the beginning till now. The default IP is 000 to 255. This I have given. So no matter which IP I'm going to do it, here if I add the IP of Japan, US, UK, but even though I'll be able to log in, because in the history of entire globe, this is the entire range we have in the over the net. No request is coming to cloud apart from this IP. So that's the reason for security purpose I have given this IP very long back. It's not required for me. I know it to enter. But suppose while session, if by mistakenly I have given some IP which is not belong to me, then going forward I will not be able to open my system at all. I mean, I will not be able to open my Salesforce at all. And the drawback is for a trial account, I can't raise a case with Salesforce. There is no option for that. So bit stochastics for trial account. It's my developer account, right? So I don't have options to raise a case with them. What happen in production? Suppose by default, if you're not able to log into a system or something happen, then you do have your LOS level of support with Salesforce, where they have the permissions to enable your settings. They can do it. But for developer account, trial account, there is no one. You are the single
Ram,
owner
like,
for that.
yeah, Ram, like, what are the different like types from which like we can raise cases? Like, let's suppose like accidentally we set it for system admin itself, and now like will not be able to log in now. So
Mhm.
like is it like we can also raise a case using phone or email? So even we can use that option as well.
Okay, you mean the medium, right?
Yeah, medium, yes.
Yeah, so typically depend on the level of support. So for Salesforce, we have four level of support: Gold partner, Silver partner, Platinum partner, and then we have one as a White partner. So the highest priority is about the Platinum. So if you are a Platinum, you're not partner, it's like a level with them. So yeah, the level for Salesforce is Platinum support, Gold support, Silver support, White support. So if you have taken the like Platinum support, you have the entire things. If you have any issue, what they will give, by the time of license agreement, they will assign you one dedicated account, okay, where you will get one person which is primarily belong to you. You can call him anytime as per your level of support. Suppose if I have taken the platinum, so for platinum the support level is 24 across 7. Okay, that is 24 hours availability, and for the entire time means this is 365 days, there is no break. So in that profile what they will do, they will typically provide 3 or 4 persons contact address, their email id, their mobile number. You can call them, you can email them. Let's say the biggest support for the platinum. And yes, it's a bit costly, it's bit costly, you need to pay more. Then secondary we have gold support. In gold you have the options to raise a case. You can call them, but they have restrictions. You can call them from Monday to Friday between their business time, not outside business time. So if some issue came to your product, to your system in weekends, Salesforce is not bothered about that. Okay, anyway they will take care if something happen, but they are not responsible to attend your calls during weekends or offline business hours. Clear, Suman? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, Raman.
And you, and if you have taken that
No doubt.
and if you have taken the silver support, so in silver there is no call support at all. You can just raise a case, find where you have issue. So platinum support means you have the entire options. You can raise a case, you can immediately call them, you can phone them, you can text them, you can raise a case via website, you can raise a case via courier them, via emailing them, everything we have. So medium wise we have like phone calls, emails, fax, okay, SMS, WhatsApp. These all are the medium they have. But the most common is of course that mobiles and that email one. Okay. Now just a minute. तो यहाँ निकालना है, ठीक है, यहाँ कुछ धूल सा लगा समझ. हो गया. कई दफे में इसमें टाल दिया करो ना, यहाँ पे धूल आता है, तो यहाँ भी धूल आता है, इसको टाल दिया करो. हाँ, hello. Hey, sorry guys. Hello.
Yeah, Raman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any more query regarding that security settings in Salesforce?
Only
So
one
the
question. Yeah,
global
regarding
range is
ASCII,
only
like
for system admin, right? We can't provide for other one, right? That 002, 255, 255.
No, I have never told like that. You can apply for every profile. There is no restrictions. But in my case, for like for security purpose, see this. First of all, you no need to write it. Okay, there is no requirement for all. But what happen now? This we write as a safe side to system admin profile, so that if going forward by mistaken, if I have entered a IP where even I don't have access, so I'll be in safe side. I'll have access to enter that. So in my case, since I'm a trial account, I have given for my safety purpose. That suppose while taking session, if by mistaken I've entered one IP in which I don't belong to, so my account will fully lock. And of course, I can't raise a case with Salesforce. It's a trial account, right? So in trial account, the drawback is I don't have any kind of support here. I don't have any kind of support here. Let me show you the live things. I think if I have my Husky access, I will show you right now how to raise a case and how to ask with them.
What kind of partner is Askiram?
For Husky, it's gold.
Okay.
So gold means, you remember, you can call
Yeah.
them, you can raise a case, but the issue is during business time, during Monday to Friday. Ram Shankar Srivastav Husky.com debt. I think might be now they have disabled my profile. Test 05 HANU 1. Wow, super. They haven't disabled. Good year. So for Preeti, please don't be confused here. I'm referring the term called Husky. So Husky is a client where we have worked in our previous companies in Accenture. Okay. So since we three are knowing it, so that's the reason like typically I use that term. So don't be confused, okay, with Husky. It's on client for Accenture. See, there we have option here, help and training, which I don't think I have option in my trial account. Let me open my trial account. What happened? What happened to my trial account? Is it okay? So guys, see, this is Husky Energy, right? The client side data. So here we have a option for help and training. But in case of my trial account, which I'm using, I'll show it right now to feel the difference. Come on. See, here I don't have any options, something called help and training. You can see it right here in live environment. It's my developer profile, and I'm sure for you guys as well, you don't have that feature, help and training. Okay, for trial account, for developer account, there is no support at all. But once you become live customer, they have given this picture, help and training. So what happen if you stuck anywhere, no matter where you are, help and training, just click on that. Just click on that. I'm telling you that feature as well. Now you got everything of Salesforce authorized document. So mostly the approach from Salesforce is they have given enough content to you over the Google, over their authorized support portal. So everything you can see here if you have any issue. But even though if you're not able to got response from here, okay, so what you can do, you have the option to raise a case. Then go on the technical, go here, technical support, click on go, and then you have option here for, see, everything they give like find a case study or find everything. But if you're not able to find anything at all, you are free to raise a case. What happened here? It's by default taking my this one trial account. I will log out my trial account first. By default, taking that one. Let me go for it. Technical support, developer, community, categories. Help and training. It it will come directly here. Case. Where do we have case? Open a case. Login salesforce.com. Okay. Might be what happened. Hello. We have an option here like for my profile whether I need to raise a case or not. So I'm not sure. Might be my teammate they have disabled that feature for me. Okay, again a guess here, but yes, the logic is same. We need to go here and click on develop, help and training, and then we will have one option here, raise a case. But once you raise a case, you will get a page from Salesforce where they will ask you to enter your case subject line, description, all those things.
Yes, that is not coming as of now.
I think might be they have disabled that feature for me. Anyway, we should thankful to
Yeah, yeah,
them
we
that even
can
though they have
talk
not
about that. Yeah,
disabled my ID at all. One more try I will give from one more path. I think training and certification not required, not required, not required, not required. This is the feature. Technical support. I'll try from here as well. No, it's not required at all. So we always go for TS, the technical support.
Yeah, actually, like this page, it is showing login. So like maybe like we are not like we haven't logged for this section.
No, what happened now? This is
Software.
if you click see check on it. As of now, I have logged into my sandbox account of the Husky one. Okay, so for sandbox, the integration happen is the we can raise a case via production. Okay, or via sandbox. There is no restrictions, but there the chances can be we have a feature in production whether this sandbox should be able to raise a case or not. Suppose I am a system admin, right? And I have 30 users. So I will not allow every one of them to raise a case directly to Salesforce. So here the go is if they have any issue, first of all, they need to contact me, being a system admin. And if I am not aware, then I will be able to raise a case on their behalf as a system admin profile. So this is what
Okay.
the procedure is in any of the client or anywhere. In Husky, even though we have 500 plus users, but apart from the admin profile, no one have the privilege to raise a case with Salesforce. Okay, that is feature we have. So I'm thinking might be for my sandbox, they have disabled that feature. That's the reason I'm not able to get that option here. Otherwise, if I click there, na, there'll come an option here like click on support, then raise a case there.
Ram, like I'm suspecting like we are logged out from the SKI account right now.
That can be reason. Yeah, I'm thinking so. See, because once I'm clicking there, right? Click on anything like contact us. Now I'm going to bound to the production one, which I don't have access. Yes, it's like logged out. See the URL. It's become production. If you can see here, it's login, not test. Okay, you can see difference, right? So now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
unable to show you, but no worry. Once I get my production access of Salesforce, I can show you there.
Okay.
Till now, I don't have production access. Okay, so that's all about your security settings in Salesforce, login IP and login hours. So if you think it, na, it's very quite simple. We can cover the topic in just 5 minutes. But if you think critically, it's a very wide topic. You need to capture the entire IP range, then the login hours, then you need to also raise a case with Salesforce if they have not enabled the time zone difference. Okay, so be struck cautious because why I have till I have faced very long issue, and believe me, it was the biggest escalation over the Wipro, my previous company, and the client was I think Thames Water. No, no, sorry, client was this one, American Honda Motors, AHM. And the biggest worry is while I was fixing the issue, everyone coming to my place, like the management, your delivery head, what happened, what went wrong. So you need to be extra cautious if you are ever applying any IP range or profile based settings. Okay, be extra cautious on that. So that we have covered the entire features. Now I think profile I have covered, right? How to create profile and how to apply settings. So that I've covered, I think so, but no issue. I will repeat one more time because something might be pending. What happened? Okay, this is Husky account. I need to log out. So here you guys remember, right? Entire control we can do from our profile regarding object access, report access, tab access, app access. Okay, profiles. I mean the IP, hours. So entire Salesforce. Oh, come on. One more thing you can find here. Whatever things you've opened recently, it will come by default in your home page as well. Whatever the top 10 things I have done in my system, it will always come as a recent item. You can see here, right? So you can directly refer that if you want. So what I mean here, I have already covered for the profile, but you can see again here. With profile, you can cover the entire thing. How you want to make the page look out for him, the page layout, and the extended object. So now learn in this way. If you don't want Accenture to make him visible, you can make it unchecked so that if I log in with the profile, he will not able to see the app called Accenture. So by default, in my case, I am having access to all these apps. Suppose I have 5 or 6 app, but I want to make sure this app should be visible to this profile, not everyone. So that app based settings you can do from here. This custom app means the app which newly we have created as per our business requirement. Then we have connected app. Some case you have some integration between 2 or 3 environment. So if you are having one app which is not developed in your Salesforce, which has been developed in other Salesforce org, but if you have make any connection between both of them via some web service like SOAP or REST based API based web service calling. So if you have done integration, then you need to apply settings from here as well. So here, don't be confused. Connected app means the app which you have not developed in your org ID. Suppose we have two client A, client B. So both have their own Salesforce environment, not the same. Now, if I want to integrate that, I can see the data of client B inside my client A. Okay, so that app become as a connected app in Salesforce. So if you have that kind of settings in your environment, you need to apply from here. And then we have standard tab settings. For me, as of now, I'm able to see standard tabs as a home. Then we have something tabs here called, if you go for other account, go for the employee. See, you have many more tabs here, right? Home, accounts, contact. I mean the Salesforce, the default, the default one. So that setting you need to control from here. If you don't want him to by default see the tabs, you remember this is called tab, right? This home, employee data, candidate, these are the tabs in Salesforce. If you don't want him to see accounts one, make it hidden, so that next time once he log in, he will not be able to see the tabs here. Let me show you one example. Let me show you one example right now. I am in this profile. What I will do, I'll click on plus, customize my tabs. Let me remove, let me remove every of them, remove it. And what I will do, I'll click on accounts, I'll click on it, I'll go for contacts. I both add there and click on save. Now it's gone change. I have the access to account tab and contact tab. Guys, you can follow me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have those, this tab. What I will do right now, I've just removed access to my, I make account tab as a hidden and contact tab as again hidden, and I click on save. It's changed. And once you refresh this as well, make a refresh, it's gone. I don't have the visibility of account and contact them. Even though in my profile, if I click on customize my tabs, in my profile that I have added here. But once I have removed, Salesforce automatically remove that tab from here to here. That means it's become hidden for me. It's become hidden for me. I can't see going forward. Okay. So that setting I am able to control from my profile. So now we have learned how to make the app. See, in the similar way, if you don't want to make him to view the app called employee or Sakshi or sales, so what you can do, if you click like uncheck Sakshi, so going forward, you will not able to see the app name called Sakshi here. Okay, same for your tabs and same for your object as well. If you don't want to give him to, so one more thing here, remember a term called CRUD. So typically when we talk about object or custom fields, we talk about CRUD in Salesforce. So what happened, let me come on the custom object. I'm a system admin, right? I will do one thing, I will take some other profile to make it more clear. I'll go for account reviewer, I click on edit. So for this profile, why I've taken, okay, don't have any access. Yeah, got it. For this profile, you can see for custom object, he don't have any access, right? It's all like unchecked for him. So if I need to log in with this profile, I will not be able to see any of the custom object which I have in my system. So suppose if you take the object here or table here called detail, and if you give him the read permission, then the user can just read it. He can't make any update here. If you have given the edit, he can read and modify, but he can't create newly. If you give the create, he can newly create, he can modify, he can read, but he can't delete. And if you have given delete, now he can give the entire things. So the typical term is CRUD. Please make a note of it. Okay, because this is terms you're going to get every time. CRUD, CRUD. It's like create, read, update, and delete. Okay, so typically as a admin jobs, you will get the access from your, you'll get the requirement from your business that I want this permission. Sometimes they will see like they want crew, not CRUD. Sometimes they will say they want just CR. Sometimes they will say CRUD. So CRUD means he want the entire things. CR means just create and read. C means just create. R means just read. Okay. Anyway, in real life, the most common is CR, create and read, or read. CRUD is applicable to system admin profile or sometime your management profile. I mean the manager profile. Okay, so that you can do from here. In a similar way, one more thing here, please remember, if you want to configure something about your about your password, you can apply here that if you want to change him password, if you want to force him to change password within a month, you can apply from here. See, you guys can see, right? Your company network, it will ask you after every 90 days that, hey, please change your password. In the Salesforce, we can do that as well. If you want to make him 30 days or never expires, so no matter, if you click on this, right, and click on save, his account is going to expire never. With same username and same password, he's going to access every time. But if you want to make him restrict, you can make like 30 days, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 1 year, and never. Okay. And again, these all came from business, but typical as a standard one, we go for 90 days in case if business has not given. Then it will, you can also make him enforce password hierarchy, sorry, history, so that once he got the message to change password, again he should not be he should not be able to enter the same password which he is given twice. So here you can make a history of at least 10 password, so that whatever the password he has entered till 10th time, he should be always enter a unique password, not the old one. Okay, you can define the password length here, how much character you want, 8, 10, 12, but the standard is 81. And if you want to make password complexity, you can define here something called alphanumeric, just test, just number, you can do from here as well. Okay, settings. Then if you want to make him some security questions, something called hint, you can apply here none. Okay, or in case if you want. And how much time you want to give him the free means if I entered my wrong password till 10th time, at 11th time I'll get my account locked. If I have given 3, so by mistaken if I entered thrice wrong password, system will lock me. Then only Salesforce admin can unlock me. Suppose I'm a normal user and in my profile the restriction is maximum 3 times take wrong password. If I cross that, I'll be logged out. In that case, I need to log in, I need to contact my system admin and he need to check and he need to unlock it. Okay, and if you want to something lock him for some period, just like half an hour, typically our banking, right, SDFC, they will not lock you for the entire day. What they will do, they will lock you for certain times, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 minutes, that you can do from here. Okay, so here 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then you have a profile here must be, if you click it, right, then mean apart from system admin, no one else can lock out his account. Okay, and if you want to make him for the complete day, like you don't want him again to log into system for 1 day, you can enable this feature. So this is all about password policies, which I'm quite sure which we all are knowing, we have seen every time, right? So you need to configure that password policy from these settings. So guys, any question in the password configuration regarding your complexity or duration, your length? I think it's self-explanatory. Okay, so here you
Yeah.
need to do from your profile settings. So that's the reason your profile is called entry
So Ram,
criteria.
usually how, yeah, Ram, usually how user will explain this all the requirements, or simply he ask for create password for me, or
It,
create password settings for me, is he mentioned like that, or we need to consolidate all these things, like how
so
much
they
this password
okay.
has
So
to be
there's
remembered for times, and what is the policy, like.
so there's two things here. First of all, you are not a decision maker. Okay, so being we are just helping the business here. So business should come with a plan that what are the policy they want me to apply in their org. In our case, Husky. So essentially, we have taken the project. Okay, so we need to apply the settings as per the business requirement. Okay, we are nowhere a decision maker. But in cases a business they have not given any specific criteria for this, then we go for the standard policy. Standard policy is give password for 90 days and allow him till 10 time invalid password and allow him to enter minimum 8 characters password. Okay, and then allow him to like wait for 15 minutes. That's a standard norms that's applicable that we need to do it in case if we have not received the proper input from business. Got it? Any more query in this, either password or profiles or IP or anything which today I've covered? Oh gosh, so today's like big very long session. Oh, it's 8 o'clock now. So guys, any question please ask me immediately.
Yeah, I'm like one question quickly.
Hmm.
Do you have any regional based settings? If Chinese users, so it will come in their own language.
Their own language.
Yeah, cite in their own language.
Okay, okay, I got something called like it's come in Hindi and Telugu and then Chinese, right?
Yes.
uh for that, I don't think so, Suman. I will
Okay.
cross check with Salesforce this. Okay, now I
Yeah.
have the access. First of all, I don't think so. I've never seen, but yes, it can be a possibility, right? If they want to see in their local language.
Yeah.
So your question is the entire Salesforce screen and everything. If they want to see the Salesforce only the same fashion, but they want to see the test in the Chinese language, right? Not in English.
Yes. There may be cases like in Chinese language, the page that it displays like content will be different for them.
Yeah, I got a question. So I'm not sure. Even I'm not aware about that. So I'll cross check with them. Good one, Suman. Good one. I have never I never thought that point. Because typically, in my cases, whatever the client I have worked, they all belong to the Western culture. So no issue.
Okay.
And I think last time you asked me one more question, which I was not sure. Something you asked me last time. You remember?
No, Ram, I didn't.
I have make a note of it. I think somewhere. Last time you asked me one more question similar to that. Lead source. Oh, the first batch, not your batch. Okay, I think the first batch student they have asked. Yeah, yeah, got it. They have asked a question, right? Like, mm, if we have same profile and if I have 10 users, but I want to restrict them. See, the question here is, if you remember my topic, we are applying IP and time zone on profile level. But I got a question that even though I have a same profile, but I want to apply for user specific, not profile specific. Is it possible or not? Okay, so that answer is not possible. I cross check with Salesforce. What they are saying by default, the IP and hour is specific to profile, not specific to user. So in case if I have 5 user in one profile and if I want to make them like difference between 2 user this and 3 user that we can't do. Okay, that we can't do.
Okay.
Yeah. Any more question,
And
guys?
Ram, like, yeah, like one final question. So like for any document or any record, so like if we want to make like only one user can read it and others cannot, like is it we have option like doing that?
Yes, yes, we do option for that, and yes, I do have a separate topic for that. Okay,
Okay.
so we will have one topic here going forward, something called static resource. So that thing I'll cover here. Just remind me there. So this is the place where we need to store our documents, PDF, JPG. So anything in Salesforce, if you want to store, we have a topic for static resource. So once I will take this topic, I'll make it. Okay, that whom you want to give the access.
Okay.
This is what a question, Suman, right? I mean, this is what you
Ram.
are. This is what you are asking, right?
Yeah, yeah, like the content itself, like
Yeah.
to
So no.
restrict like, yeah, particular group and particular individual can only read that file. So like how it can be, yeah.
Yeah, so no issue. So once I'll cover this topic, I will show you about the like settings and their access everything. Okay, we have a separate topic for it because it's like some bit. It's like a huge topic that how we are going to store your image. As of now, you can see my logo here, right? Salesforce logo. How it's coming here? It's coming here because this file I have stored locally in Salesforce. Locally means cloud, the Salesforce server. So any file you can use in Salesforce, but first of all, you need to place in the Salesforce placeholder. So placeholder is study resource. Okay, so no worry. I have a separate topic for that. Once I cover it, I will cover that as well. And that how we are going to store your PDF, your MS Word, your Excel sheet. Okay.
Yeah, Ram.
Yeah. Any more query from any of you, either Shiva or Preeti? Preeti, I'm not sure. I think she has some issue with the headphone. Let me ask her. Preeti, any question you have? Or Suma, any question? So, okay, simping no. So, no worry, guys. Thanks a lot. And today, I
Like,
think we have
no,
taken some bit
no,
long. Yeah,
sorry, sorry. Like one final question I remember now.
yeah.
I'll end up. Yeah. Thing is like if let's suppose like one app like we want to decommission it or disable for some certain period. Like how are we going to do that?
You want to make it disable, right?
Yeah. So like app I want to disable.
You want to disable app.
Yes.
Mm,
So out of my
disable.
app, like one app I want to disable for a certain period.
Okay, I got a requirement. You mean like if we have done one project and if they are not going to use any longer, I want to disable it. Something like yes.
Yeah.
So
Disable it.
we have the option to make it freeze and unfreeze. You remember for the
Okay. Yeah.
profile light,
Yeah.
we have made the like
Yes.
free and unfreeze. You can do it, but typically
Yeah.
we never go for freeze defreeze at app level. But luckily, suppose if you have developed one app for customer that will come as Sales Cloud, and luckily if you got Service Cloud means you are going to get support as well. Now, port support, if they don't want to use that app anymore and they don't want to purchase new environment and they ask you to create one new app in the same org, then you can make the previous app as a freeze. Once you make it freeze, like it's out of
Okay.
life, end of life.
Okay.
I hope I have resolved your query, right?
Yeah, Ram.
Yeah, no issue,
Thank you.
guys. Then we'll meet tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Yeah, bye bye, bye
Bye.
everyone.